What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I want to focus in on the Nashville Predators 3-0-1 start, and the way they're playing different hockey than they have in the past. They've scored 11 goals through 4 games, which it's probably a record considering traditionally they've been more of a defensive-minded team. And you look at they had one coach in the history of the franchise, Barry Trotz, and that was Trotz's bread and butter. And to see them open it up a little bit under Peter Laviolette isn't a surprise to me. They also retooled the roster, added offense, obviously with guys like Mike Ribeiro, James Neal, and then Philip Forsberg really coming into his own. I thought he was the real deal coming into his draft year. And I know last year kind of struggled, but it was also important to notice he still was only 19 last year. So at age 20, really, really, really looking good. He's got 5 points through 4 games, and is showcasing the offensive creativity that made him such a highly touted prospect in the 2012 NHL entry draft. And again, I like it. I like what I'm seeing from him. I think he's showing all the signs of being a productive NHL player, and he's Calder eligible this year, which I don't think people realize. I thought he was an absolute world beater last year at the WJC. And he played very well in the minors for Milwaukee. So this kind of play for him shouldn't be a surprise to those of us that have followed him for a while. And going a step further, the Neal acquisition's looking good. I mean, he's finally got his first goal. As a Predator, got the monkey off his back. But I think if they can continue scoring and allow their defense to play, the way it has traditionally, within the realms of the new system, obviously letting Shea Weber and Seth Jones, guys like that, really bring it every night. This team's, of course, we reckon with in the West. The West is as deep as it's ever been, and I'm not gonna blow smoke up your tailpipe saying Nashville's the best team. No, they're not. They're undefeated in regulation through 4 games, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. And obviously they play in arguably the toughest division in hockey with Chicago, St. Louis, Dallas, the Wild, and the struggling Colorado Avalanche. But I think they're better than Colorado. I think they've got a better defense core, a more reliable goalie in Pekka Rinne. I think anyone that's seen Rinne play, I know last year was hurt, but when he's healthy, he's a Vezina finalist year in and year out. Obviously, I'd say the most talented goalie in the division. That's not much of a stretch to say. And they've got one of the better defense cores. I think St. Louis might have they're pretty even St. Louis, and the forward core is better than I think it has been in a long time in Nashville. So it's like this team could hang around. I think it's still early. I think that there's still some work to be done, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. And again, I would have had them. I had them as a better team than Colorado coming into the season. Every time I talk about Colorado this summer, it was goaltending's not exactly a sure thing. Varlamov obviously had a great year last year, but kind of let's see that consistently. And the defense is abysmal, and they didn't improve on that defense. They got Brad Stewart, so they didn't improve on that defense. And as much as I love Iggy, he's not exactly a Paul Stastny replacement. So Colorado struggling. This doesn't shock me at all. And I think they're gonna. I'm not gonna say they can't right the ship, but I think they're not as good as the Predators, and I think Nashville will compete for a playoff spot. They're really, really good teams in that division, and I think that they're one of those good teams. Anyway, that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ and the Nashville Predators hot start. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.